hired this guy to clean the floors in the bathrooms at one of my accounts when I owned a commercial office cleaning business. 3 days after training him, he asked me for a cash advance. He said he needed the money so he can pay his landlord so he wouldn't get evicted out of his apartment. I decided to give him the $1,000 he requested, and the next day, he doesn't show up for work. This wasn't the first time that I'd been burned, but I was determined to make it the last. I decide I'm gonna show up at his apartment and get my money back. I start banging at his door vigorously for 5 minutes with no answer. But I wasn't giving up. I continued to bang at the door. 6 minutes. 7 minutes. 8 minutes. Finally, he answers the door. Give me back my money! I don't have it. I spent it. I decide to plow my way into his apartment, looking around for something of value I can take. I see a window air conditioning unit. I go up to the window air conditioning unit, I wrap my arms around the unit, and I yank it out of the window. I glare over at him. I'm taking this as I walk out of his apartment with a false sense of victory. Situations like this were constantly occurring in my life. I was constantly dealing with difficult people, and my response was to be difficult back to everyone in my pathway. I used to think as soon as they stop being difficult to me, I'll stop being difficult to them. But guess what wound up happening? Not much. They continued to be difficult, and I continued to be difficult as well. And then one day, my wife says to me, Adam, your life is spiraling out of control because you're so difficult. I bet your life would improve if you weren't so difficult. I thought long and hard. And I decided to give this whole not being difficult thing a shot. And I figured I'd start off not being difficult to my wife, since this was her great idea in the first place. My wife, Karen, has beautiful, gorgeous blonde hair. But when she brushes her hair goes everywhere, including all over my clothes. And one of the things I do to be difficult to my wife is I take the hair off of me like this. I hold it out in front of her like this, and make a face like this, like it's a giant cootie, and I sprinkle it on the floor in front of her. Well, no more! I'm not going to be difficult to her anymore. From now on, I'm just going to take the hair off of me and throw it in the garbage can. Guess what started to happen? My wife and my relationship started to improve because I wasn't so difficult. So then I thought, I wonder what would happen if I tried this whole not being difficult thing on the roadway. If you saw me on the roadway and you were looking for a car to cut off or somebody to get in front of, oh, no. I will make your life miserable. You should have got in back then. That is how I used to be. But not anymore. From now on, if you're looking for a car to cut off or somebody to get in front of, look for me. I'll let you in. Guess what happened? I started to be kinder on the roadway, and others were kinder back to me on the roadway. I used to think it was my job to change everyone's values and beliefs to my own. As soon as I did, we would have world peace. But guess what happened? They didn't want to hang out with me anymore. But when I started to connect with them and build relationships with them, my world was much more peaceful. If you want to have better relationships, better health, and more wins in life, you've got to stop being difficult. Show of hands. How many here know a difficult person? We all know lots of difficult people. Now, show of hands. How many here are difficult? Come on, be honest. Be honest.
Oh, yeah.
We got a lot of difficult people in this room. On the count of 3, I need us all to come together. You need to do this for you. We're going to say, I'm not going to be difficult anymore. Does everyone understand? I'm not going to be difficult anymore on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to be difficult anymore. That was so good. I'm so proud of you all. I hope my speech motivates you to think, how can I be less difficult? Which is then going to inspire others around you to be less difficult as well.